This is the Action Movie Guys podcast, bringing you action movie reviews from across the decades, plus box office numbers and insight like never before. And now, your hosts of the Action Movie Guys podcast, Alex and Nate.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode number 360 of the Action Movie Guys podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and this is my co-host,
Alex Figueroa.
And also, we are joined by a special guest who will no longer be special after this episode. He will just become an intern. Rob is back. Rob, let everyone know where they could find you for the last time, because after this, we're just going to say you're Rob, and that's it.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having me again. You can find me on Instagram, BigKnock007.
There you go. That's where you can follow him, and he likes to talk about movies. All right, on this episode, we are continuing on with our Steven Seagal month. So far, the first two movies, we had a pretty good time with them. We enjoyed Under Siege. That was good. Out for Justice. Kind of a little bit of a banger. And now we're moving on to 1990s Hard to Kill. Now, I had never seen this movie. I never even heard of it, honestly. I mean, a lot of his movies have generic titles, none that like stick out, but I had never heard of this one. I've heard of like Fire Down Below and The Glitter Man and, stuff like that. Glimmer Man, not Glitter Man. The Glimmer Man. If it was The Glitter Man, that would be an interesting movie. All right, Alex, had you ever heard of or seen this movie prior to this?
I heard of the film, never saw it in my life.
Okay, and Rob, you saw this in the theater, you said, right?
I saw it in the theater. And also, it was retitled. Originally, it was called 7 Year Storm.
That's worse. I'm glad they changed it to Hard to Kill,
Yeah,
which is also generic,
horrible.
but it's less stupid sounding than 7 Year Storm. Yeah. Okay, well, we got a lot to talk about. I've got some things to say about this movie. Before we do, let me give you some Rotten Tomato scores, and then we're going to jump right in. These are not great. 33% critic score, so only a third of the critics enjoyed this film, and a 47% audience. So less than half of the people who saw it thought it was really good. Do you find these numbers surprising, Rob?
The critic score, not really, but I'm really surprised of the audience score. I thought it was going to be a lot higher, to tell you the truth.
Okay. You thought it's too low. You said 47 is kind of low for audience.
Kind of low for me, yeah.
Alex, are you surprised by these scores? No, are you surprised by these scores?
To be really honest with you, these scores are actually perfect. These are very perfect scores.
You're saying accurate. These are accurate.
Yeah, very accurate.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's talk about this movie. Robert, you get to go first. Our lead character, the incredibly named Mason Storm. What did you think of Steven Seagal in this one?
I liked him a lot here. I'm going to give him a solid 4.
Okay.
Get out of the way. He's not going to get an Academy Award for this one, okay? I just liked him, it's a cookie cutter character. He plays a LAPD detective. I just like him here. He's just quiet, not too many lines, and he just kicks ass. So I give him a 4.
All right, a 4. Alex, what do you got?
Rob, I'm sorry. I'm going to take your 4, negative for 2, and I'm going to give him a 2. He's a 2. And this is why. This character was so weird to begin with. The movie starts off with him coming out of a car with a videotape, like video camera. He's doing some spy work. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I literally was lost in the first 2 minutes of this film because I was just like, okay, then you come to find out he's a cop. I was like, what? I was like, what? There's no indication that he was a cop. It was just like, I thought he was like a news reporter.
Maybe that would have been better.
A news reporter.
I literally thought he was a cameraman, like finding a scoop. Yeah. I was like, wow. I was like, this dude is a cameraman for like Channel 5 or something. But no, he was a cop. He recorded these things and then he hit him and they came and did a hit on him and his wife and he died. But my favorite part is he gets hit with the shotgun. He goes, he hits the wall and he goes, you motherfuckers. And
he comes, it didn't even affect him.
No, it didn't. He kicked. He was flipping them. He was doing the pressure points, and then they shot him again. And I was like, "Oh my god!" But no, in all seriousness, this character he was a superhero. I mean, literally, let's be honest. You get hit with a shotgun point blank. There is no way you're gonna have even adrenaline to fight back. There's no way. Maybe if you sell me if he got shot with like a gun, I would have been like, oh, okay, he got hit 2 times. He still could get up. You know what I mean? My man got shit with a shotgun, like point blank, like boom. He hit the wall and he's just like, he just fought like 3 dudes and got shot again. So I was like, But the character himself was just like, there's no motivation. It was just Robert said cookie cutter, which I agree. But then I disagree because it's like, I felt like he just got paid and just did his work. Like it didn't have no enthusiasm or nothing. Like, I mean, even when he's in the bed in a coma with a fake beard, like that was horrible. Like he looked horrible. Like that character, like, and he bangs the chick. Like it was just so much stuff in this movie that made no sense. Like I'm being honest, it made no sense. It made no sense at all. Like it was just his character I had no connection with the character. And I told my wife, I said, what's weird is you take Van Damme and put him in this movie, I think the movie would have been golden. Because at least Van Damme tries to act and it would have made more sense with him. I don't know. Something about Steven Seagal just didn't work with me in this movie. So I gave him a 2 for decent.
All right. You want to know something that's even worse? Not only is he not a news reporter who's getting the scoop, he is a cop, but he's an internal affairs cop. So what in the hell is he even out there doing that for? Internal affairs looks into like cop matters that have to do with like
bank accounts,
cops.
isn't it?
No, it's like cops. Like let's say there's a dirty cop and they're investigating that cop. That's what he does.
Yeah.
The dude who shows up at the hospital is also internal affairs because the guy tells him, he's like, you're internal affairs. And this guy's like, Mason Storm is the most goodest man I've ever known. He's pure good. You know, like all this kind of stuff. But it turns out, because when I looked it up the movie to get the information, he's an internal affairs cop. He's not even like a street detective, narcotics, not even like out for justice, where he's like a narcotics cop, you know?
Yeah.
So that's stupid.
Oh,
I
that's
agree
right,
with
man.
Alex, but I'm giving him a 1. This is evil Nate's coming out on this review. Let me just warn y'all right now. This is a 1. What is this guy? You're right. He gets hit with a shotgun. Doesn't matter. He's like, nope, didn't hurt. You're going to keep fighting. He's going to keep fighting. Whatever. Then he goes in. Okay, first of all, he doesn't seem to get hit in the head at all. He gets shot in the body. He gets, and then he goes into a coma for 7 years. He goes into a coma for 7 years. And in 7 years, all he grows is a little tiny beard. I texted Alex. I said, Alex, I'm watching this movie. This man has a little tiny beard. I grow a bigger beard than that in a week than he grew in 7 years. Like, what the heck? It'd be one thing if they were shaving him but it didn't seem like that. It seems like he was naturally growing this little tiny beard. It looks horrible, by the way. It looks. Then Kelly LeBrock. Let me talk about Kelly LeBrock for a second.
She's hot.
She's gorgeous. But what the hell is that character? She's like in love with him,
bad.
even though he's asleep. Then she's looking at his junk under the blanket.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, my
just
God.
like sexual harassment to a sleeping man. It's a creepy. This whole movie is creepy and weird.
Please wake up.
Yeah, she's like, please wake up. I like what you're packing. I like it. It's like, ew, gross. He's been laying there for 7 years asleep. This movie is gross. And then the training montage. One of the worst training montages. He like softly punches some wood. He's like he's like doing a little bit of training. He's like, gotta get my muscles back. He got a little scar on his shoulders. Do it. And then he's ready. That's it. He just did this little bit and he's ready for war.
I wanted to ask you, how did he put the needles in his back and turn them on?
Yeah.
He put the pressure points on the back.
Yeah.
I said, well, how did he put
I don't know. Listen, I don't know anything.
It was like perfectly placed in his back, and he's just there sitting. I was just like, this is
most of
really
what was
dumb.
happening, I was just saying, I don't know why this is happening or what. So I gave him a 1. I think, his characteristics is he was married and had a kid. He was an internal affairs cop who apparently does secret missions. And as soon as he wakes up out of the coma, he's like, oh shoot, my wife was dead. Let's bang. He bangs this lady. He'd been awake for like 3 days and he's already like got a new wife. It's like, this is silly. So yeah, I gave him a 1. Yeah.
I was thinking of the South Park, what's his name? Trey Parker or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The Matt Stone, I think his name is. What's the name of the
that's
two
their name.
guys?
Trey Parker and
That Matt Stone, Trey Parker. Yeah. I was thinking of their song. We need a montage.
This man like puts like a plank of wood and he's like
and then he does
punching it softly.
he breaks it, but it didn't break.
breaks
It
it.
just came out the dirt.
Yeah.
No, it didn't break the wood. It literally, the
knocked it out
floor
the
got
dirt.
loose. Yeah, he knocked it out the dirt. They didn't do nothing
What
special.
incredible power this
I need a
also
montage.
the dude would have no muscle mass. It atrophied completely. He's been laying there for 7 years and he's like scooting around the hospital. He's like escaping. He's like
With a mop.
He learns how to walk again and like This is a stupid movie.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the main villain. This is played by William Sadler, as Senator Vernon Trent, a senator. Always exciting to get a villain that's a senator. Alex, what did you think?
Well, it's funny because that senator worked with Steven Mason Storm because he went together through the cop thing. Remember when he died? He was like, "Oh, we were partners."
Yeah.
He gave that horrible speech. But anyway, I gave him a 1. Horrible. He didn't do nothing at all. It was all mostly goons throughout the whole movie. At the end, he didn't do much of all. So honestly, I'm not even going to hold us back. There's no jokes here because honestly, William Sadler is a good actor. He's the best one in this movie.
Yes.
Did a great job with his role, but it's just he didn't do nothing. I mean, I got more from Tommy Lee Jones in Under Siege and Alfred Justice, the other dude.
William Forsythe.
What's his name? William Forsythe. You had 2 great actors in 2 back-to-back movies, and this one you had a really good actor, but just written wrong. So I give him a 1 for horrible.
All right, Rob, what do you got?
Yeah. William Sadler is a good actor. As a senator, he didn't really do much, Yeah, like all the corrupt cops did all the legwork. So I'm going to give him a 2. It was just okay, just there, basically.
Yeah, William Sadler. Yeah, he's a good character actor. He was a villain in Die Hard 2. He's better in that, way better in that movie.
Yeah, way better.
He can be very good. The dude is in the very beginning of the movie and like the very end of the movie. And there's one scene in the middle where he's doing like a speech or whatever. He doesn't do anything. I don't even understand what his goal was. He's meeting with the mob and he tells them, "You guys will have my support," or something. Basically like buying votes, but from the mob. How many votes is that really? 30 people, like I don't even know what was going on. So I thought his plot was stupid. Like his idea was stupid. He doesn't do anything. They don't tie the fact that they used to know each other and they don't play into that at all throughout the whole movie is pretty stupid. So I gave him a 1. I think this is a non-existent villain. I had to look this up to even, I remember the name Mason Storm because it's so stupid. But Vernon Trent, that is like, what is that name? Nope, a 1. So we're off to a great start. Double 1s. All right, let's get to what we're here for. The old meat and potatoes. Rob, what did you think of the action in this movie?
It's Aikido skills in this, the gunplay and all that. I really had a good time with that. So I gave it a 4. Yeah, I gave it a 4.
All right.
That's it.
All right, so
gunplay and Aikido skills, 4. All right, Alex, what do you got?
I'm very torn. Like even thinking about it, like I'm looking at my scores and I'm really torn in the action scene. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to fucking do it. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm giving it a 2. And this is why. That fighting style that he does is horrible. It does not translate well for movies. I'm sorry. That I agree with Nate's brother David. That is a horrible fighting style. It doesn't look right shooting. She's not shooting. In terms of camera work, it does not hold well at all. It's just really bad. It looks like the same choreography from Alfred Justice. Hear me out. He fights the dudes, right? And he goes in the bar in Alfred Justice. He's in the pool hall scene. He goes, "If you want this trophy, come and get it. I'm gonna put my gun away." In this movie, there's 3 times he goes, "I have a bigger gun. Let me put it down. How about you fight me?" And then he slap, then destroys the guy. The other guy, he goes, "Oh, I have a gun. I don't have a gun no more." Slap, he destroys it. Then the guy goes, "Oh, they're playing pool." And you already know what's gonna come. The shadow sticks. He breaks the stick, click, 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 and then he stabs the guy in the neck. And I was like, but this is the same choreography of the last movie. Like, there's nothing new in this movie that I will go, wow, Steven Seagal is very good in his action scenes. It's pretty much the same thing. He'll fight multiple dudes, but they're all waiting to get their asses kicked. It's a weird fighting style. I don't like it as much. So I'm going to give it a 2 because honestly, it was repetitive from the last movie. I didn't see nothing new. But at least with Van Damme, it is same shit with his kicks, but he does get his ass kicked during the fights. So this one, he's just very still super powered. So I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, the only time in this movie that Steven Seagal is susceptible is when he's in a coma. Because other than that, this dude got shot. Yeah. Superman. I agree. I was not torn on it. I wrote down 2 and I'll stick with it with my 2. There's one scene in particular that really just pissed me off. So I think the beginning's okay. The little gas station things, like getting held up and he's like, the guy got a shotgun. First of all, that guy just blasts the cashier, like doesn't even, just boom, shoots him. And then he could have shot Steven Seagal, but instead, just like another movie we talked about off air, he wants to stand there and give a speech instead of just shooting a shotgun. Steven Seagal takes them out. Whatever. Then the house scene, I thought the house scene was okay, except for the part where he gets shot and then just comes forward. It was pretty brutal. Like that wife gets absolutely blasted. What I will give Steven Seagal credit for is all his movies are rated R. They're all all bloody. He doesn't do no PG-13 action. So I respect that about this movie. But other than that, the scene that pissed me off is when they're in the house, the second house with him and Kelly LeBrock, and all the people are showing up to the house. That's like the ranch or whatever. There's a very specific part where this guy walks up behind them and he has a knife. And he literally like puts the knife like this. He just like stands next to him and puts it like this. Almost like putting it on his shoulder, but not stabbing him, not nothing. Puts it, Steven Seagal like turns, looks, grabs it, fights. And I'm like, this looks like so choreographed. Like, why wouldn't you just walk up and stab him? What are you doing? Like, why are you? And then I knew, I was like, this is not well-crafted action. This is just bang, bang, loud noises. Some people got guns and some people are going to flip around and fall down. And I don't know. I thought it was pretty poor. The car chase scenes are not exciting. They're like very bland and basic. I thought it was hilarious when he has that car and he goes to those Mexican dudes and they trade cars. I'm like, why would you give your like pimped out lowrider car for that truck with bullet holes in it? He's just like, hey, you want to trade? The guy's like, all right, man. And then they just trade. I'm like,
is it hot? Is it hot? It's really hot.
Scorching hot.
Yeah, he's like, all right. Scorching hot. It's scorching.
What the hell, too?
Yeah.
I didn't like it. All right, storyline. Alex, what do you got?
Oh, I got a 1. This movie's horrible. It's a horrible storyline. One, you really don't know what's going on. You know the senator's in on it. Well, he's not a senator yet. He's about to be a senator in 7 years when he's in a coma.
Yeah.
So he gets to see what happens. They're after him. His best friend takes his kid in, which is it's a weird, well, it's not weird. I thought that was a pretty cool part of the movie, was the best friend, which I was like, okay, kind of worked, but I kind of knew he was going to die because he kept talking about me and your dad, we're all going to get together and catch tuna. And I was like, well, you're dying. Once a character says we're going fishing, that's the trope
you're gonna
for
catch tuna by yourself.
You're going to catch lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he dies. But other than that, the movie wasn't uninspiring at all. Kelly LeBlanc, I think she's beautiful. Her character was weird. She didn't make sense. He was like, they're coming. He was like, you gotta get me out of here. Once they find out I'm alive, they're gonna come and get me. She was like, what? No, you're crazy. Go do some. He literally woke up and the first thing they have him do is not eat, is we're gonna make him do physical therapy. They literally made him go do physical therapy the minute he woke up.
Yes.
Like, that's so messed up.
No, that dude gives him a massage. He's like,
Yeah.
let me give you a massage. The guy's like, hey, I don't want this massage. He's like, you're going to love it. You're going to feel so good. And he's just going.
He said, they're coming to kill me. He was like, oh, man. He was like, don't worry.
Was that part
I'll
a little
treat you
gay?
right.
Was it supposed to be like innuendo a little bit? Like, it
I
seemed
don't
like
know.
the guy was being a little gay, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it is what it is. This
woke
movie was kind of
right
gay.
there.
But
No, this is 1990. This is when people would like to be a little gay, and it was like for jokes. I don't know. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. But anyway, this movie, I gave it a 1. Storyline.
All right, 1. Rob, what do you got?
I thought I kind of liked the 7-year coma thing, so it was okay. So I just gave it a 3. I know there's a lot of when I'm watching this back again about Kelly about being a nurse, the innuendo stuff, looking under the sheets, and there's another scene too about she has a kitty. What'd she say? You
Want to touch my pussy?
Yeah, that's gross. What is this?
That was really
When I look
nasty.
back on it, what's going on? But back then, movies, they're made a little bit differently. If you fast for it now.
Yeah, that's true. Different time.
So for me, it was an average thing. Revenge thing. Like I said, it's by the numbers, cookie cutter stuff again. So I just gave it a 3 for me.
Okay.
Imagine if they did that scene reverse, like Kelly LeBrock's in the coma and he walks up and he looks under her blanket. He's like, "Hey, I love your body. I want it. I want you to wake up so I can have your body." It would have been creepy, right? I mean, she's
creepy,
literally flirting with him and he can't even hear. I do like when he goes like when he's like waking up from the coma, he's going like. That's not going to come across as good on the audio podcast, but he's like blinking his eyes.
Yeah.
He's shaking a little bit. And then as soon as she comes and looks at him, he's back to being
Sleeping.
like asleep. I hated this movie. I thought this movie was absolutely stupid. Nothing in the story worked for me. I don't mind a coma story in the sense of like Kill Bill. Kill Bill, she goes into a coma, right?
That's
But
true.
even that, I don't think it's 7 years. It's less than 7 years. No, it's a few years because the kid she's like 5, maybe 5 years. But even that, okay,
Right.
let's look at that. Even when she wakes up from the coma and she's leaving, like her struggle for movement, even when she's like trying to even wiggle her toe, like at least they did all that. This guy just like kind of quickly figures out how to do all, like is just able to do all this stuff. He the training montage, the soft punches, all that stuff. I thought it was hilarious when she's pushing him in the on the bed thing and she keeps crashing into stuff. That made me laugh. Like what? Like what is going on? This movie is, I'd give it a 1. I don't like it. The villain sucks. The storyline sucks. I'm like a loss for words. This movie is stupid. This is one of the stupidest movies we've watched on this. You know what it is? We haven't watched a stupid movie in a really long time.
I think so.
We've seen some stuff that's a little dumb, but we haven't watched like a full-on stupid movie in a long time, and this is it. This is a return to garbage. 1 for me. I hated it. All right, overall, Rob, I know you didn't hate it as much as us. Rob, what did you give it overall?
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
You know what? I seen it in the theater. I seen bits and parts throughout the years, and rewatched it again. For the show. I even though the story's subpar, a lot of it is, but I had a good time with it still. It flew by the hour and 35 minutes. For me, it did. So I give it a 4.
You know what? That's another good point. Steven Seagal, not only are all his movies rated R, they're all 90 minutes, which is nice.
Good.
Yeah.
He don't be wasting your time. He's just like, I'm here. I'm going to do this.
It's a cut and dry movie. You're not going to, it's kind of like, reminds me kind of like his previous review, Out for Justice. The camera angles are just basic.
Yeah, that movie was better.
I had a good time with it.
All right, fair enough. A 4. All right, Alex, what do you got?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude. This movie's a 1. It's a horrible movie. It's really bad. It's like, wow, you're right. We have not done a bad, like this is bad from beginning to end, but it's quick.
Yeah.
Like it's just a quick, like just kill me now after like just slow death. Okay, this is the scene that I was like, this movie's dumb. He grabs a notepad, right? And she's talking to him. He's writing Chinese letters down. He goes, take this to Chinatown, all right? And talk to whatever, Dave. And she was like, who's Dave? And he goes, give him this list of groceries and stuff that I need. She goes, wow, how did you learn to write perfect Japanese? He goes, well, my father was deployed in Japan and I was down from sensei, whatever. And I was like, what? Like this dude literally wrote an entire thing of Japanese groceries to a lady that don't know how to read it. He said, just give it.
Like she wouldn't know.
She would not know. Like he could have just put, get me needles for healing or whatever.
Acupuncture needles.
Acupuncture needles, right?
Yeah.
Get me a board, a rope. No, he had to write out a whole Japanese up
Give
and
me
down.
a little house and a little river and a little.
It looked pretty good, too.
Robert read it.
My God, Robert was like, Steven Seagal is accurate. Yeah, that scene is dumb when she takes him out of the hospital and she's crashing all over the place with this guy. It was funny.
That was fun.
But and then when they were going down the hill, I was like, how are they going to stop? Because that was a deep hill. Like he was going down. So I was just like, yeah. I was like, there was just scenes that didn't, I don't know. Or with the cop tells the assassin, hey, stop. What you doing? And the guy's walking in front of him and he goes like this. I was like, you're not going to take your gun out and shoot him?
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Why are you putting your hand behind your back, man?
What's in your back of your head? I'm just grabbing my clipboard. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a clipboard.
Show you my clipboard.
My clipboard. Do you have a pen?
Yeah, it's right
But
back
I did not like this movie at all. I don't think it's good. Out for Justice was questionable, but then I liked it. It was corny, but then it grew on me. It was like watchable crap.
Right. Out for Justice is not a good movie in a lot of ways, but it's entertaining and it doesn't, I don't think it's offensive to your brain. I think this movie is offensive to your brain. Like it really expects a lot out of you because it's so poorly written. It's like, you just got to go with this coma story. Like that one, the plot is really good for Out for Justice. A kid who grew
Yeah,
up in
it
the
was really
streets,
good.
becomes a cop, has mob ties, has to go after a mob. All of that is, I can buy that. What I can't buy is this guy this is a super cop who's an internal affairs officer who can walk through shotgun blasts, goes into a coma for 7 years, even though he didn't really have any like major head trauma. Okay. Got shot in the liver and goes into a coma for 7 years. Then he wakes up from the coma with a tiny beard. Then he, like, everything about it is like, nope. Can't buy this. Can't believe this. Can't buy this. Can't believe this. And by 45 minutes, 40 minutes, I was like, I hate this movie. I absolutely hate it. And at that point, there was nothing happened that was like so awesome that it could redeem it. So I too gave it a 1. I think this is one of the worst movies we've done on this podcast so far. This is right up there for like Assassins for me. I did not like that movie. That movie's better than this movie, but I still don't like it. But this one is going right back to the bookstore. I'm getting rid of it. I got it just for this review, and it's going right away. It's got to get out of here. Like, there's nothing. Why would I ever want to watch this again? There's nothing in it that would make me want to watch it again. It's pretty abysmal. So I'm a little disappointed in our boy Stevie. He was off to an okay start. And now he really took a tumble. And now I'm scared for our last movie, which I've heard of the name, and I think it will be better. I heard
that one was really good.
Yeah, I think it will be better, but I'm still like, now that I know he's capable of this when he was in his prime, because we're not talking about now. Like the other day, okay, little side story. The other day, I was at my sister's house working. My brother-in-law was watching a Steven Seagal movie, and it was a new one. Like, he had like a scarf and a beard and a goatee, and he looked old, and it was horrible. He was watching it. It was like on Amazon Prime or something, and he's just sitting there watching it. He's enjoying it, and I'm like, this is a horrible movie, but I'm not gonna say nothing because this is not my house. If you're liking that movie, you go for it. You know what I mean? So he's watching it, and I'm looking, and I'm like, this looks like a straight to video, like, terrible movie. But Steven Seagal's also like 60 now. He's past his prime. This is when he was still in his prime. And this movie was a box office. This was a success. And that's questionable to me because this movie is absolutely horrible. So I don't know. A 1 for me, a 1 for Alex, a 4 for Rob. Rob, what was your total points? Because it's much higher than ours.
Total points would be 17.
A 17 out of a 25. I have a 6 out of a 25. Alex, what do you got?
I'm 1 point over you. I'm on 7.
Okay. So us combined don't even equal Rob's 17.
Wow, that's incredible.
Well, hey, it just goes to show everyone likes something different. And if you're listening to this, maybe you'll relate to Rob and maybe you'll have a good time with it. Or maybe you'll relate to me and Alex and just hate it. I don't know. I don't see why you need to go and watch this. Like, I don't need reach for Hard to Kill ever. It's pretty trash. So anyway, that's out. That's Hard to Kill and
hard to watch.
I wrote down a line of dialogue that as soon as he said this, I laughed hard and I just checked out immediately. My man Steven Seagal sitting on the end of the bed. He's sitting there. He's watching a news report, and the senator comes up on the screen. I remember. Yeah, he comes up on the screen, and Steven Seagal all by himself, no one else in the room, just him. And he looks at the screen, and the guy's catchphrase is, "You could take that to the bank." He says it like 5 times. You could take that to the bank. Steven Seagal, I kid you not. I wrote it down. This is the actual dialogue. Steven Seagal looks at the screen and he says, "I'm going to take you to the bank, the blood bank."
then that music.
Oh God!
I'm gonna take you to the bank, the blood bank, and I'm like, bro, this is who wrote this? Who wrote this movie? This is the worst. The worst. That's like the stupidest thing you could say at that moment, and they're like, Steven, all right, I'm gonna zoom in on you, deliver this line. Perfect. Horrible.
You do that to anything he says.
Horrible.
He could be like, I'm gonna take you to the hospital.
Blood hospital.
To the orthopedic section.
Pediatric ward. We're going to the baby hospital. Yeah, it was bad. So anyway, all right, here's what we got coming up next. Finally, a new franchise. No more trilogies. We're going to a quadrilogy, whatever, man, a 4. We're going to a 4-piece. We're going to be doing the Police Story films. That would be Police Story, Police Story 2, Police Story 3, Super Cop, and Police Story 4, or First Strike if you live here in America. Those are the movies we're going to be doing, starring Jackie Chan. And then, Alex, just me and you next week for Police Story and our final Steven Seagal movie, a little movie called Above the Law, which I put it last because I think it's one of his more, I think it's like Under Siege as like one of his more famous ones. So I put it last, so hopefully we could go out on it can't be worse than Hard to Kill. I refuse to believe it. It cannot. I won't say there's no way, but there's almost no way it's worse than this. So hopefully we go out on a better note. And if he had 3 out of 4 that were pretty good, that's not a terrible month. So we'll see how that goes.
I have a feeling we're going to have a character that's going to say, who you think you are? You think you're above the law?
He's going to say, I'll show you the law. Above the
he has a couple he has a couple of good lines in that one. Above the law.
So we got one-liner. Okay, so we got one-liners incoming. All right, good.
A few one-liners, yeah.
He's going to be like, I think I broke your teeth. You need a dentist.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, he does a whole speech on about
being
people
the law?
above the law, and you'll see. You guys.
Oh no,
the judge
no, but it
dread
still
law.
can't be worse than this. It still can't be worse. So I'm gonna hold out hope. It can't be worse.
Actually, it's a little bit better, I think.
A little bit better? Oh no.
It's directed by Andrew Davis.
Hey, that's our boy. All right, Andrew Davis directed it. We're in good hands. Under siege and above the law.
All right. So there you have it, guys. You guys want to follow us in our social media accounts? Please follow Nate over on Instagram at Netflix Reviews. Check out the podcast with him and his friends called Netflix Movie Reviews. Anything AMG podcast related, you can go to Instagram at Geeks and Flicks, or you guys can head over to youtube.com/Action Movie Guys. Other than that, he is your host,
Nate from Netflix Reviews.
I'm his co-host, Alex Figueroa, and that is our intern, Rob. Till then, be awesome to each other and geek out.